Do you wish you had better habits? Habits that helped your dancing instead of sabotaging it? Hey, what's up, dancer? This is Gina McFadden of Dancer 360, your go-to coach for all things dancer health related. That's body, mind, and soul. I see you, dancer. I see your challenges, and I see your biggest desire to become the best dancer you can be. I see you, I hear you, I care about you, I'm here for you. When it comes to positive habits, I've struggled to keep up with my own dance goals and dance workload and homework and life outside of dance. But what if I told you that building positive, healthy habits doesn't have to take a ton of time, and that you can actually be successful, even if you struggled to make and keep positive habits in the past? By the end of this guide to healthy dancer habits episode, you'll have learned 4 tips to making healthy habits, despite how many you've tried and failed at in the past. And I'm super excited to bring you this episode because of how life-changing this knowledge can be. I've been reading a book these past couple of weeks called Atomic Habits by James Clear. You should definitely check it out. It has changed my life in this short amount of time, and that's why I'm so excited to share these tips with you today. The ideas presented in this episode come from his book, and I've adapted them for dancers. I love to take the guesswork and homework out of all the advice and make it simple and actionable for you. My work is all about helping you with science-based, evidence-backed knowledge that I research for you and give to you in a very easy to understand and actionable package. Do you ever make resolutions only to forget them in the next week? Well, according to James Clear, there are 4 laws, and I'm going to show you those today. The first law in making good habits is to make it obvious. Instead of saying, I want to get better at warming up this year, try, I want to warm up at the studio 10 minutes before class. Did you catch that? You say what you want to do, where you want to do it, and at what time. Let's say I want to get better about remembering my corrections, and that goal is kind of vague. In order to make it obvious, we should say, I will review last class's corrections at home for 10 minutes before bedtime. What do you want to do, where, and at what time? Now, the author also talks about habit stacking. Let's say you always show up to the studio 10 minutes early to get in your spot in class. That's a habit. You do it every single time. You can stack on top of that habit a new habit. For instance, I will do 20 jumping jacks and hold a plank for 60 seconds at the studio. When? Immediately after I claim my spot in class. By stacking one habit on top of another one that's already in place, it's much easier to establish that second habit. When I wanted to get my left splits at age 11, I remember deciding like 10 minutes before bedtime, I'm going to stretch. I'm going to stretch my left hamstring and then my right and then my left hamstring again, because I knew if I spent a little bit more time on that left side, I could make my way down into the splits sooner. I stacked the habit of getting ready and going to bed with the other habit of wanting to increase flexibility, getting my splits on the left side. So if you want to make healthy, positive habits this year, start by making them obvious. State what you want to do, where, and at what time. And consider the benefit of habit stacking with habits you already have in place. But it's hard to make a new habit, isn't it? That's why the second law of creating good habits is to make it attractive. You simply won't stay consistent at a habit if it's not attractive. So let's say you want to make the habit of eating a healthier snack before class so you don't run out of energy. But you probably won't stick to that habit if you say you can only eat seaweed sheets and plain yogurt. To me, anyway, that does not sound attractive. To make eating a healthy snack attractive, you can have your mom have yummy, healthy snacks on hand, or better yet, you can make them yourself. When I reach into the fridge for a snack, I love finding the chia seed pudding I made the day before and the cut up veggies that I prepped to have with ranch dressing. Those items, plus others, make healthy snacking yummy and therefore more attractive, and therefore more of a habit that I can stick to in the long run. How many of you have tried dance goals like, I want to keep a dance journal, And then 2 days later, you're like, dance journal? What dance journal? Well, the third law of creating a good habit is to make it easy. Make the thing you want to do easy to do. If you have the goal of keeping a dance journal, don't have the journal be tucked in on your bookshelf. Put it on your bedside table along with a pen. Make it easy for you to do the habit. When I wanted to get faster at putting my point shoes on as a professional dancer, after all, we don't always have the luxury of 10 minutes to tape toes and to wrap and secure ribbons, I made the habit easy by putting everything I needed in one pouch in my dance bag. Toe tape, toe pads, and the shoes I wanted to wear for that coming rehearsal. It cut time back significantly because I wasn't digging through my bag and searching for that tiny package of toe tape. Making a habit easy is key. Why do you brush your teeth every single morning? Well, aside from the fact that you probably don't want cavities, doesn't a clean mouth feel great? I mean, would you have teeth brushing as a strong habit if toothpaste tasted like socks? According to James Clear, the fourth law of creating a good habit is to make it satisfying. The minty fresh feeling of just brushed teeth makes the habit of brushing satisfying, and therefore it becomes a strong, healthy habit. A good habit for dancers to make is to take time to rest from screens. It can be so mentally and physically healthy to step away from TVs, phones, tablets, and computers for, let's say, even an hour at a time. But saying I can't pick up my phone or look at a screen for an hour doesn't sound satisfying. It sounds like a list of things I can't do. How would we make the habit of screen-free time satisfying? Well, maybe your screen-free time could include a cup of your favorite tea, reading a chapter of your favorite book, or a warm bath. Make the habit you want satisfying, and you will be much more likely to stick to it. There you have it. 4 go-to tips from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, applied for dancers to help you make and keep healthy dancer habits so that you can reach your dance goals this year. Now you have the tools to make habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying so they actually become habits and not something you just forget about in 2 days. Wondering how you can learn more about becoming your best dancer self? Well, subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram for more dancer tips to help you level up body, mind, and soul. Happy 360 Thursday. Thanks for joining me on this episode. I will see you next week. Until then, dancer, keep shining on with all that you are.